Other great achievements of India. The world's first university was established in Takshala in 700 BC. More than 10,500 students from all over the world studied more than 60 subjects. The University of Nalanda, built in the 4th century, was one of the greatest achievements of ancient India in the field of education. Algebra, trigonometry and calculus are studies which originated in India. Chess was invented in India. Ayurveda is the earliest school of medicine known to mankind. The father of medicine, Charak, consolidated Ayurveda 2500 years ago. India never invaded any country in her last 10 lakh years of history. When many cultures were only nomadic forest dwellers over 5000 years ago, Indians established Harappan culture in Sindhu Valley or Indus Valley civilization. The world's first granite temple is the Brihadeshwara temple at Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu. The shikhar of the temple is made from a single 80-ton piece of granite. This magnificent temple was built in just 5 years, between 1004 AD and 1009 AD during the reign of Raja Raja Chola. India is the largest democracy in the world, the 7th largest country in the world, and one of the most ancient civilizations. The game of snakes and ladders was created by 13th century poet Saint Gyandev. It was originally called Mokshpat. The ladders in the game represented virtues and the snakes indicated vices. The game was played with cowrie shells and dice. In time, the game underwent several modifications, but its meaning remained the same. That is, good deeds take people to heaven and evil to a cycle of rebirths. The world's highest cricket ground is in Chail, Himachal Pradesh. Built in 1893 after levelling a hilltop, this cricket pitch is 2,444 meters above sea level. India has the largest number of post offices in the world. The largest employer in India is the Indian Railways, employing over 1 million people. India was one of the richest countries till the time of British rule in the early 17th century. Christopher Columbus, attracted by India's wealth, had come looking for a sea route to India when he discovered America by mistake. The art of navigation and navigating was born in the river Sindh over 6,000 years ago. The very word navigation is derived from the Sanskrit word navgati. The word navy is also derived from the Sanskrit word nau. The Bailey Bridge is the highest bridge in the world. It is located in the Ladakh Valley between the Dras and Suru rivers in the Himalayan mountains. It was built by the Indian Army in August 1982. Usage of anesthesia was well known in ancient Indian medicine. Detailed knowledge of anatomy, embryology, digestion, metabolism, physiology, etiology, genetics and immunity is also found in many ancient Indian texts. The 4 religions born in India, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism and Sikhism, are followed by 25% of the world's population. Jainism and Buddhism were found in India in 600 BC and 500 BC respectively. Islam is India's and the world's 2nd largest religion. There are 3 lakh active mosques in India, more than in any other country, including the Muslim world. The oldest European church and synagogue in India are in the city of Cochin. They were built in 1503 and 1568 respectively. Jews and Christians have lived continuously in India since 200 BC and 52 AD respectively. The largest religious building in the world is Angkor Wat, a Hindu temple in Cambodia, built at the end of the 11th century. The Vishnu temple in the city of Tirupati, built in the 10th century, is the world's largest religious pilgrimage destination. Sikhism originated in the holy city of Amritsar in Punjab. Famous for housing the Golden Temple, The city was founded in 1577. Varanasi, also known as Benares, was called the ancient city when Lord Buddha visited it in 500 BC and is the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world today. India provides safety for more than 3 lakh refugees originally from Sri Lanka, Tibet, Bhutan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh who escaped to flee religious and political persecution. His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the exiled spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhists, runs his government in exile from Dharamshala in northern India. Martial arts were first created in India and later spread to Asia by Buddhist missionaries. Yoga has its origins in India and has existed for over 5,000 years. Quotes: India conquered and dominated China culturally for 20 centuries without ever having to send a single soldier across her border. Hugh Shi, former ambassador of China to USA. If I were asked under what sky the human mind has most fully developed some of its choicest gifts, has most deeply pondered on the greatest problems of life and has found solutions, I should point to India. Max Muller, German scholar. There are some parts of the world that, once visited, get into your heart and won't go. For me, India is such a place. When I first visited, I was stunned by the richness of the land, by its lush beauty and exotic architecture, by its ability to overload the senses with the pure, concentrated intensity of its colors, smells, tastes and sounds. It was as if all my life I had been seeing the world in black and white, and when brought face to face with India, experienced everything re-rendered in brilliant technicolor. Keith Bellows, Editor-in-Chief, National Geographic Society. I am convinced that everything has come down to us from the bank of Ganges. Astronomy, astrology, metapsychosis, etc. It is very important to note that some 2500 years ago, at the least Pythagoras went from Samos to the Ganges to learn geometry. Voltaire Francois, France's greatest writer and philosopher. India was the motherland of our race, and Sanskrit, the mother of Europe's languages, she was the mother of our philosophy, mother through the Arabs of much of our mathematics, mother through the Buddha of the ideals embodied in Christianity, mother through the village community of self-government and democracy. Mother India is in many ways the mother of us all. Will Durant, American historian, who wrote the bestseller The Story of Philosophy.